Hello everybody, we are the Geeks and the Trends. I am Enzo, this is my forever co-host John. But today we talk about Squid Game Season 2. I'm sure it took a while, but it came when I was out of the country and we were still dealing with like holiday festives, you know? But yeah, to reiterate for the people who are new here, were you a fan of Season 1?
I was. I had a good time. With every trend, it does get like annoying. You do get like people kind of like overselling it to you, and sometimes you just like go, I don't want to watch it now.
Yeah.
That wasn't me at all. I watched Squid Game once it got out, but it did become like that kind of very popular TV show.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it kind of earns it. It's a very engaging kind of like concept, and we found out that like the director or the writer of Squid Game, kind of
Goes through hell every time he makes one.
oh, there's that. Oh no, but he got the concept out of like a real event that happened in Korea.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there was like this like whole like, oh, it's a prison. It's not a prison. It's like they got all like people in poverty into one place and like made them do hard labor, and then when you see like the housing and the rooms, I was like, yep, this is Squid Game. They're all like wearing jumpsuits, but it's colored blue instead of green. And I'm like,
interesting.
yeah, it was a pretty dark time in like 1980s Korea.
Oh yeah, during their martial law era, that makes more sense. I thought it was something more recent. I'm like, it happened.
No. It was just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's where he got like the whole concept from.
I should look into that then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also was a fan of Season 1. I agree with you. It was being pushed down everybody's throat. I'm like, do I really want to watch it? It was kind of like Arcane, where I'm like, do I really? Yes, I do want to watch Arcane. Squid Game took me more of a while, because I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's just overhyped. Saw Season 1, I was like, no. It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's really well written. I love the storytelling of this. And like now we're jumping into Season 2, and it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah. I was hesitant because I'm like, every time there's a sequel to something so well received, I'm like with Gladiator 2, I'm like, I don't know, man. I really don't. But here, this definitely lives up to Season 1 in my opinion. Like, they're all both pretty great. I do love the slow pacing where it takes a while for us to get to the game. It's just, I don't know what to say the main character's name. It's just Lee Jung Jae and the rest of the crew looking for the people of Squid Game, like the men, the headmaster, and all that jazz. And even you're like, maybe it was all in his head. I don't know, man. Maybe this show's gaslighting me.
No, it ain't, because he has like a Breaking Bad bed of cash.
Yeah.
In one room, so clearly that came from Squid Game.
Yeah.
But yeah, instead of like maybe fleeing the country, living a whole new life, he pretty much dedicated himself to finding the recruiter.
Yeah.
For like took him 2 years, but I love it that he kind of had this whole. I keep forgetting how much money he earned.
Yeah.
I think it's like millions or $1 billion or something.
Billions. That's again, as you said, a Breaking Bad amount of cash. I'm like.
Yeah.
Even I like if I had that amount, I would be like, I don't know what to do with this money.
Yeah. It's enough to fund like a small army, which he did.
It does. I do love the fact that they clearly show you how much training he received. So there's no Fast and Furious situation where like, how does he know how to shoot? Where did this come from? Yeah.
Clearly, this dude was just prepping for the day he like gets back at the games.
Yeah. And it just shows how great of an actor Lee Jung Jae is. Like the guy's in amazing shape for a man his age. I'm like, that scene when he's in the bathroom, I'm like, aren't you like pushing? Aren't you in your 50s, man? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Good on you. But the range this guy shows, him and the guy who hands out the invitation to Squid Game. I forgot his name. The guy from
the recruiter,
trained from Busan. That scene with the Russian roulette, where you see half of his face is pure despair, the other one is like accepting his fate. I'm like, how do you do that as an actor?
I saw that video too where I'm like, oh fuck, you're right, you know?
Yeah.
Like scared shitless on one side, he's clearly insane on the other.
Yeah. I felt bad for the debt collector and the other guy with a wife and kids, because they're tracking the guy and they end up playing Russian roulette. At another point, the guy's like, you know what? How about 5 bullets and 1 empty chamber? I'm like, that's not even fair, man.
It's like he got bored quick. I'm like, alright.
Yeah. And like even the detective is on the hunt. He now has like a low level police job because he's like, nobody believes me anyway, so what the fuck is the point?
Yeah.
We also have I guess a former soldier from North Korea who's just trying to get her son back. At the same time,
another character that's from North Korea. Like okay, it is a bit. I will say that part is a little. It throws me off a little.
Yeah. But again, I wouldn't know the situation between how many North Korean escapees there are in South Korea. Maybe it is a thing. It definitely is a thing, but like
for sure
yeah.
it's a thing. But it's just like I was just like, oh, every time we jump towards her, I was like, oh, what's her part? And it doesn't really get fleshed out.
Yeah, you just know she's from North Korea. I get what you mean, where it's like, where's this mysterious character from? North Korea. I'm like, I get that North Korea is a taboo place, but like, can we come up with something else more original? I don't know, man.
Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. It just it's I didn't have a problem with her character in and of itself. It's just how it was utilized. It was just like, where are we going with this? You know.
I guess we'll wait for season 3, which is a gripe I have towards the end.
Am I missing something? Is the husband the artist guy that's in the amusement park? Not the husband. Is that her husband? Like, she has a photo of her with a guy and a kid. Is that them? They just can't meet.
I don't know, man. They don't really explain much. I guess they're saving shit for season 3, but just irritating because I was like, I thought this was the last season. What do you mean?
Leonardo DiCaprio is coming for the 3rd season.
Oh no, they shot it down. He's not confirmed.
God damn it.
Right?
Maybe that's what they want us to think.
I saw that article too. I was like, really? And they were like, no. I'm like, god damn it. Anyway, like I do love the games itself. Like I do love the increased stakes when even the game master puts himself in the game. I was like, when he turns around, I'm like, oh, you're the headmaster. What the fuck?
Storm Shadow.
T1000. But I do love his dynamic with Lee Jung-jae. I forget the actor's name, which is a shame because I think he's also pretty great. I do love the new cast of characters, especially Thanos. I'm like, there's no fucking way your name is. I saw clips. They're like, Thanos is a stand-up in Squid Game. I was like, is the internet gaslighting me? What do you mean Thanos is a stand-up in Squid Game? And you see his character, and you're like,
I love everybody's reaction with this actor because he used to be part of like a pretty big K-pop group.
Oh, really?
A little bit of actually, there are multiple. The guy with the glasses with the mom, he's a rapper. The girl who's pregnant, that's Jo Yuri. She's from IZ*ONE, one of my favorite girl groups back in the day. And I was like, it was my bias, so I'm kind of like, oh, she's here in the show, you know. And yeah, Thanos. I think he was in Big Bang, which is another like K-pop group.
Is he still a part of it? Because he said was.
Yeah, sadly no.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I don't know if they're bringing him back. I don't know any news.
Yeah,
but it's just that he had a bit of a controversy because he took drugs.
Oh yeah, because South Korea is very strict with that.
Yeah, but I love that like American viewers were like, that's a normal thing. Celebrities taking drugs.
Yeah,
like that's just a slap on the wrist.
There's this clash of, or like, you see different cultures in that way when it comes to the internet, where people are like, yeah, I saw that comment of like, he took weed. What do you mean? I'm uncancelled.
Yeah, we're like, what? Anyway,
but yeah, I saw his character. I was like, I would love to hear the behind the scene stories of like how they got the rights to be like, because his name is just not Thanos. He references what happens in Infinity War.
Like his like fingernails are like painted in the
Infinity Stones. I was like, what? Again, I would love to hear the behind the scenes story. But like, I do love the games. Like at first, I was like, is it the same games? Because you start with the doll. And the poor guy's like, believe me, if you move, you die. And they're like, you're fucking with us. You just don't want the money. And the same thing happens. I do want to know why the soldier from North Korea is just wounding people instead of outright killing them. I was like, what's the motivation behind that?
I don't know. I guess she's just like she is there to protect that guy with the kid who has cancer.
Well,
That's her entire like a thing. Is just that she's like trying to make sure this guy's is like alive. But I guess her morality was kind of in the way.
alright. But I do love the second game where it involves, I don't know what they're called, but like it ends with Sipa. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I that was because like they're all like, oh, we should join the guy who won last time,
Yeah,
and like, oh, he played the game before. He could tell us what's gonna happen next, and like, they change up the entire fucking game.
yeah. That
I was
dream he
like,
has, where he's like, the triangle's the easiest, and they show the triangle. If I had a dream, I might piss my bed off. Like, what the fuck?
I love seeing like what's this? I think people are doing like this whole Roblox Squid Game, and the clips on that thing is so fucking hilarious.
I will say the one thing the show still does well is the tension. Because the tension when with that game where it was the two teams and the one guy kept missing the rock game, and they're like, "Please, just hit it! I'm begging you." And the one team was
And, like-
advancing, but both teams die at the end.
Yeah, because like they couldn't get to the finish line at time.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, the stakes were very high, and I love that.
Yeah,
And the chemistry between like our main character and the game master, I was like, yes, we know he's a rat, but at the same time, I'm like, you kind of wish for them to like make it out together.
yeah.
Not for them to make out. I know there's a fandom in that one, but like,
Here we go again. But
Yeah.
I do love their chemistry. Like the clash of like ideals, and you see like I do love the moment where he mentions his name and Lee Jong Jae is just like, I think I've heard that name before. I just can't remember when and where. But like them looking at the themes for the second game and strategizing, like it's a nice way to build up tension. It also increases the tension where it's the team of mom and son,
yeah.
the trans soldier and the
By the way,
Shaman.
one of my favorite characters.
yeah.
You know, like this character just absolutely carries. I was like, what the fuck?
Right? I love the scene when the shaman was freaking out and she's like, the gods have abandoned us, and she's like, I will fucking kill you if you don't get it
Yeah,
together.
she was like, I'm gonna kill you before your gods do. I was like, okay.
I do love the bittersweet ending when the team of Lee Jong Jae and the game master win, and like the other team, they said like, all right, we're gonna win, right? But they don't, and you're just reminded of like, yeah, Squid Game is just cruel, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Wait, which game was that one?
The second game, when they were ending, since Lee Jong Jae was the last team with the other team, they're like, let's see each other on the other side. They're like, yeah, and then by the end, you see the other team get shot.
Yeah. Is this the one where they're like, yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of the ring around the rosy one.
Oh no,
where they
not
had to,
yet.
like, put themselves in things.
I do
Yeah.
love the fact that every time they have a chance to end the game, there's a bit of a civil war going on because they're like, we need money, especially that one
I
guy,
like that, though.
the one old gentleman who owes like 10 billion won. I was like,
One.
like how do you do that? And he's like,
Yeah.
they only give you money if you can pay it back. And I'm like, clearly you haven't because you're here.
I gotta love how you clearly see who has a gambling problem. I mean, they all have gambling problems. I think that's the whole thing. Or like they can't pay off debt, or they're either poor.
Or scam people
But-
like the Bitcoin guy.
Yeah. he's like, in all the odds, we win. I was like, you do know you're here for a reason, right? It's because you weren't smart in gambling and taking chances.
Yeah. Which,
But yeah.
which is why I feel bad for the mom because she's here because she's like, I need to help my son, while the son's like, I need to help myself, and they're like, damn.
No, it's just like I get it. Like I get why. He's like, at first, yes, he says no, but then he kind of has to go back because he's like, I have actually more debt to pay than the one that I've actually told people that I have.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, what the fuck?
Right. I like how they
But,
updated people's problems. It's not just I'm in debt. It's like I've scammed people because I'm in debt, and you're like, yeah, it's a never-ending cycle.
yeah,
I-
or like or like the trans character, like she has that problem, and she kind of just wants to leave the country,
Yeah.
and uh, but again, as you said a while ago, like I do like this like factor where they're like, it's a game in of itself where they're voting
Yeah.
to stay or not, and it just shows and it puts more depth into characters
Yeah.
when like they started out as no, but now they're picking yes because the money's there right
Yeah.
in front of their face. Again, I love that entire aspect. They're giving them the well, their right to choose,
Yeah.
and people are choosing the wrong fucking thing.
Yeah. I do love the Ring Around a Rosie game because it shows how people act in this rat race where either you
Yeah.
cooperate or you're like, I'm just here for myself. Fuck y'all.
And then you see like the game master like snap somebody's neck, and you're like, you know what, fair. Not gonna lie, I would have done the same thing
Me
if I was
too.
in that situation.
He's like, it's 4-2 crack. I'm like, oh fuck. And then Lee Jong Jae's friend is like, that just happened. Alright.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I
And like,
felt bad for the one girl where she's like, let's team up. Oh. When she's like, they're having a rock, paper, scissors, and she's like, let's team up. And the guy's like, haha, I'm scissors. And you're like, what? You're a dick, man.
yeah, no, like, I hate that one character. I really hate that guy.
Yeah.
The actor did an amazing job. Not hating on the actor, just the character.
Yeah.
And like the girl character where she's like, oh, I feel like I could trust you. You won't stab me in the back, which he does.
Yeah.
Because he's peer pressured by a couple of bullies. A lot of times I was just like, I see a hint of me in you, and I hate you.
Yeah, he's peer
I was like,
pressured by Thanos and the other guy.
Yeah, like you could tell, like he's like very just like, oh, like I'm scared of what they'll do to me,
Yeah.
kind of deal. And I'm just like, okay, fair, fine.
Fair enough.
But I hate the scene where like he's getting stabbed in the throat and he's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm like, you could both team up. She seems pretty capable, but okay.
Yeah. You, like, when he messed with the bottle, I'm like, you had one job, man. Now you can,
Yeah.
now you could climb down and help. Nope. You're just gonna watch and see her get stabbed. Okay, you fucking useless idiot. Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Again, not hitting on the actor.
yeah. Going back to the Ring Around a Rosie, like when the mom and son get separated, and like later on he's like, I'm sorry, mom, I really am, and you're like, oh damn, that hits.
Yeah, it's character building for the character because again, he's the reason why they're there.
Yeah.
He pressed yes when he's supposed to say no, and now he's full off blown. He's just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll get the money somehow, but
I wanna leave
Now
here
I just wanna-
alive with you.
yeah, with my mom.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, nice. And I
Yeah.
love it that there's also character development for the mom, where she's like, yes, her views are a little outdated, but now she's kind of like, oh, you know, she likes the trans character when she was a little bit iffy about her before.
Yeah.
You know, she's trying to make sure everybody's taken care of. They lose one character, one of their friends. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. And like again, it's just I do love the opposite end with the game master and Lee Jong Jae, like them just butting heads, especially towards the end. And he's like, we should attack first before they attack us, and he's just like, no, we're just like them. Well, how about we had just attacked the guards when they least expected?
yeah.
I do like the last fight between all of them and Thanos. Unfortunately, that character short-lived in the season. Because I'm like, oh man, I wish you lasted longer.
Yeah, yeah, and like or like it would have developed into like a more serious problem, but oh well, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's okay. I was kind of more there for the game master, the trans character, and like our main character.
yeah, and his best
Once
buddy.
they started like, yeah, and like they started like to take over,
Yeah,
like Squid Game. They finally started fighting back. My God, I'm getting so fucking frustrated with that one. The other part where it's the police guy and he has a small army
Oh yeah,
ready to raid, but they can't fucking find the island.
yeah. It's revealed that the captain is sabotaging them. Like, what's gonna
Yeah.
happen there? End credits. Like, I guess I'll find out in 6 months. Sure. Thanks, games. Thank you
Yeah.
for making me wait. I do love the fact when they're recruiting people, they're like, "What part of the army were you?" And the trans soldiers is like, "Oh, I was part of the elite of Korea's military." I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I was like, dang. I'm not gonna lie, like how she kind of like
Yeah.
like took care of herself. I was like, I believe it.
Yeah, I guess she's gonna be like John McClane in season 3, just taking people
Yeah,
out.
she's like in the vent.
Yeah, I love that. I do like, everything was predictable when the game master's like, I'm gonna approach the room from the back. I'm like, you're gonna backstab everybody, aren't you? Oh yeah, you are,
Yeah.
because that's what you are. I do love that character, and I hope he lasts the entirety of season 3. But like the fact that we only get 7 episodes after 3 years of waiting, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? That's not enough.
Yeah, I can't wait for this season 3 in my opinion. Like the cliffhanger on that one was too much. I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish there was another episode just to like kind of tie things together a little bit and give
Yeah.
us a cliffhanger, but
Yeah.
no, it's fine.
It ends with Lee Jong Jae's best buddy being shot and the poor guy being traumatized again. I'm like, what's gonna happen? End credits. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess
Yeah.
6 months then.
And like that one character who was saying that he's from the army, who I guess wasn't. He had to get like the magazines,
Yeah.
or just started like having PTSD in a corner. I don't blame him, but yeah,
Yeah.
I was so ready. I was just so ready for like the commando character. Like she was like ready
Yeah.
with all the mags just to have like a final stand. I was like, she could have won. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I would have bet all my money on her. And ended up in Squid Games because I spent all my money on her if she died.
Yeah. And I think the dad with the cancer daughter
Got shot.
gets
Yeah.
he's dead too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's
All characters like get.
yeah. Wonder if that's motivation for the North Korean soldier to like go off as well because she got threatened in the middle of the season. I'm like, what's that about? Can you
Yeah,
explain more?
because she was like interrupting like the whole body.
Yeah.
What was it? Like,
Organ
the organ
harvesting.
steal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she knows the sub headmaster, so I'm like, what's the story there? Can you explain? No, we're waiting until June this year.
No,
Okay.
because he's the sub headmaster is like I think he was a guy who was doing who started the whole organ.
Oh,
harvesting
yeah,
thing.
it was his idea.
I think so. I have to rewatch season 1, but I think it was him.
So now
Like,
it's like
yeah.
you're just fucking up our operation of making money.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, I am excited to see how this concludes because this is the final stretch now. How about you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm extremely excited. Like, I really do want to see how this show ends. And it's, like, so far, 1 and 2, pretty strong. Like, I am willing to watch season 1 again, just in case if I missed anything.
Yeah.
Like, once season 3 comes out, I'm watching season 1, season 2, just to
Refresh.
make sure I'm really, like,
Ready.
in it. It is pretty stressful, though, but I can do it.
Yeah, I can handle it too. What would you rate Squid Game season 2?
I would rate Squid Game season 2, like, I don't have a lot of gripes with it.
Okay.
I really don't. I'll give it like an 8.5.
Okay.
10, you know? Like, I guess it might change as, like, once season 3 comes out, then I guess I'll rate Squid Game as a whole. But, yeah. I'm gonna give it a 9. Fuck it. It is a 9 out of 10. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like, I was like, looking at it, I was like, shit, 8 episodes?
7.
Like, sorry, 7 episodes? Like, that's 7 hours. Can I really do that? I fucking did it. I was just like, yeah, I was kind of hooked. Time flew by when I was watching the show. I was very invested.
Yeah.
They built up like really well written characters. So far, yes. I'm horrible with names, but yeah, Lee Jong Jae, the game master. In my opinion, the game master might have been my favorite character, and the trans soldier. Like a lot of characters here, especially Joe Yuri. Sorry, biased.
Is that the actor for
They-
Thanos?
No, no, no. She's the pregnant girl.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with
Mhm.
Korean celebrities. I apologize.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. She's a singer. She's a pretty good singer.
Alright.
But yeah, they all carried in their own like way, in my
Yeah,
opinion. Even the son and the mother,
yeah.
like those two, they did a pretty good job. Yeah, I'm extremely excited what they have installed for like season 3. Because again, they kind of left us at a pretty big hit and cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
yeah.
I'll tentatively give season 2 an 8. I just need to see season 3 and then maybe I'll give my final verdict there along with the rest of Squid Games. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's pretty great. I do love the characters, old and new. Lee Jung Jae, the game master, and then the new characters like the trans soldier and Thanos are pretty great. Everybody, there's not one single side character where I'm like, that was lackluster. Maybe the side mission of the detective and the soldiers. I'm like, where is this going again? Nowhere. Great, cool. All right, see you in 6
Look,
months.
I know I think it's for season 3. All right, I think it's for season 3. But
Yeah.
at the same time, a lot of times I'm like, I think we can just stick to the game if they're gonna be lost majority of the time.
Yeah, and just reveal that the captain is a turncoat at the end, like
Yeah.
they did anyway. But yeah, I think it's pretty great. It's still pretty great. Squid Game is still pretty great. I was just going into this word because again, how many times have we been like, the first one was great, the second one like with like again Gladiator 2. Now I'm just like, the first one is great. Is this one great? The answer is yes. Thankfully, it's not a Gladiator 2 situation. But yeah, I am looking forward to the next few months of anticipation. Thankfully, it's not a year. If it was a year, I'd be like, how about I cancel
God
Netflix and protest?
Got you. Yeah, we're as you can see, me and Enzo are pretty hooked on Squid Game.
Yeah. But yeah, well, that's been our video for Squid Game Season 2. To the audience watching, who's your favorite character? Whether it be from the old cast or the new cast, whoever it is, comment down below. If you like what you here, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see our best and funniest moments, Spotify to yours on the go. In the video, Zodas Voices on TikTok and Ends Wolf from Letterboxd. Where can I find you?
You can find me at John Joam__ on Instagram. It is America.
And until the next one, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.